Alright, we should be live. What's up, everybody? Here we are. We're going to break down the Xfinity Series or slate. If you have any questions, be sure to let me know in the chat. I will answer them for you. That's kind of the main point of this live stream is just to answer questions for you guys. Quickly, I'm going to go over all the drivers on what exactly they all need to do to pay off their salaries. And then we'll see, if I like them, if I think they can actually do that. Before I do that, make sure to leave a like on this video. Subscribe if you're new. I think most guys in here are already subscribers, but if you're new, make sure to leave a like. Let's get going here. We're going to start off with AJ Allmendinger. He is the most expensive driver here, 11,900. He starts third place. He's going to need to lead laps to pay off that salary. I really like that. I think this is a guy who could totally lead laps. We saw the one Martinsville race a year ago. Allmendinger was able to get up front and lead some laps, 68 laps led here a year ago. Had the 10th best average position, as well as the 10th best average position at short tracks and 8th at flat tracks. I like AJ. I think by DraftKings pricing him up, that's going to make people not be on him as much, but I'm still going to like him. I think he's one of my favorite plays as a dominator in this race. Austin Cindric as well needs to lead laps to pay off that salary. Look, we all know what Austin Cindric brings to the table at this point. 42 laps led in Martinsville a year ago, 399 at short tracks, second most in the field, and 225 at flat tracks. Never have a problem playing him. I think I might like some of these other guys like Allmendinger, Gregson, Allgaier. Some of these burn some more, but I don't have a problem with Austin Cindric at all today. We all know he's probably the best driver in the series at this point, so really like him. Noah Gregson, 11,100. He needs to lead laps as well, starting 8th. I like him. Third best average finish in Martinsville, third at short tracks, second at flat tracks. Second best average position at Martinsville, third at short tracks, third at flat tracks. He led 23 laps here last year, 166 at short tracks and 69 at flat tracks. Totally can see him getting out front and leading laps again, so I totally like him for sure. Daniel Hemrick, $10,800. He needs to lead laps as well to pay off his salary. Now, I don't like Hemrick as much. I just don't see him getting out front and leading laps. I just don't really get his salary. He's too expensive for me to really want to go there. I just don't, we haven't seen him really be a lap leader all that much at these short tracks in the past, and I don't expect it here today. He could be that lap leader and it'll kill me, but he's not going to be someone I am totally making a core play here. I would prefer going to more like Gregson or Cindric. Ty Gibbs, 10,500, starting 16th. He needs a top 3 to pay off that salary. Look, don't overthink it. Ty Gibbs has been a stud this year in the Xfinity Series. I don't want to get away from him yet. He's raced 2 races. He's finished first and second in those races. And both of them were at flat tracks. The road course at Daytona he won, and then he finished second in Phoenix. So track's kind of similar to Martinsville. Starting 16th, he can totally lead laps as well. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Ty Gibbs as a lap leader at any point in this race. So definitely like him. Definitely someone I want to get exposure to on this slate. He has place differential and has some lap flat upside, so definitely going to want to get some exposure to Ty Gibbs. Justin Allgaier is probably going to be the chalk today, starting second. He needs to lead laps to pay off that salary. Second best average finish in Martinsville, second at short tracks, fourth at flat tracks. Third best average position in Martinsville, first at short tracks, first at flat tracks. He didn't lead a lap here last year, but it's like not even close when you look at the the laps led at short tracks and flat tracks. Allgaier is far and ahead, better than everybody else in the series. The thing with Allgaier is I'm not playing Allgaier today, but I don't know if I'd really suggest that. He's definitely a safer play. It's just he's going to be so highly owned. I just want to get to some of the other guys who are going to be lower owned, like Allmendinger, Cindric, Gregson, Burton. Those are really, to me, the 4 guys I'm focusing on as dominators today. Now, Allgaier, he stands out as a really good play, but he is going to be really highly owned, so I do like to maybe go somewhere else on that. But still, for the most part, I don't have a problem there. If you want to play Justin Allgaier, I think it's a good cash play. If you're going dominator and cash, it's probably the way to go, but I'm just going to kind of hope that, Harrison Burton gets the early lead in this race and it's not Justin Allgaier, because they start in the front row. But Justin Allgaier is still a good play. I don't hate it. I'm just personally going to go away because I play tournaments and I don't like to play the ownership game. I like to get away from the ownership, so that's how I'm feeling about Allgaier. Especially him not leading in Martinsville last year, that makes me feel a little bit more confident, so we'll see what happens. But that could kill me, but we'll see. Brandon Jones, $9,900, starting 24th. He needs a top 9 to pay out that salary. He's too cheap. Brandon Jones is a top 6, 7 driver in the series this year. 7th best average finish in Martinsville, 7th at short tracks, 7th at flat tracks. 6th best average position in Martinsville, 8th at short tracks, 10th at flat tracks. I like it. He should be able to finish top 9 for sure as long as he doesn't wreck. Ryan Sieg, $9,600. He needs a top 4 to pay out that salary. Like I said in the first video, I really just don't understand his pricing here. I don't understand why Ryan Sieg's $9,600. So none of his stats show any way that he'll pay off that salary unless there's a bunch of attrition in this race. So I'm probably not going to go there. Harrison Burton starts on the pole. He's going to need to lead laps to pay off that salary. Look, I love Harrison Burton here. He's probably my favorite Dominator play on the slate. He has the best average position, finish in Martinsville, short tracks and flat tracks. He has the best average position in Martinsville, second in short and flat tracks. Late 81 laps here. Last year was by far the fastest car. Has 173 laps led at short tracks and 92 at flat tracks, and he's just flat out too cheap. He's gonna be, he's gonna be really highly owned like Allgaier as well. I think a lot of people are gonna try to pair them together, which I think is a mistake. I would make sure if you are gonna play Allgaier, I wouldn't play Burton. If you're gonna play Burton, I wouldn't play Allgaier. I don't think that's a smart move to pair those two together. But I think both of them individually are good plays. So I really like Harrison Burton. I would prefer Burton here. Gibbs as a whole in the Xfinity series has been faster than Junior Motorsports this year so far anyway. So I'd like Harrison Burton a good bit. I think this is someone who could he's probably I think he is my pick to win today. I don't really have a pick to win, but I think if I had to choose a driver to win today, I think it'd be Harrison Burton. I think he goes out and gets himself a dub here in Martinsville. I really like his upside. I really like what he brings to the table, and I think he could win this race. Brett Moffitt, $9,000 to pay off his salary. Brett Moffitt is going to need a top 12. I can see it. He has 11th best average finish in Martinsville, 13th at short tracks, 13th at flat tracks, 12th best average position in Martinsville, 14th at short tracks, 13th at flat tracks. The problem with Brett Moffitt is I feel like that might be kind of his ceiling. I don't see him getting much higher than 12th. Maybe he can get a top 10, but I feel like that's maybe pushing it a little bit. So if you want to go to Brett Moffitt, I think that's fine. I prefer other spots, but I do think he's fine. Justin Haley, $8,800. He needs to get a top 2 to pay off that salary, starting 5th. He can do it. I think it's less likely than a lot of other drivers paying off, but we know what Justin Haley is. He's in a Kaulig car. I expect Kaulig to be fast. 10th best average finish in Martinsville, 6th at short tracks, 3rd at flat tracks. We know what he brings to the table. So Haley's definitely in play tonight, but wouldn't call him a core guy. Michael Annett needs a top 6 to pay off that salary. Michael Annett will continue to go under-owned in this race and undervalued in pricing on Draftkings. 6th best average finish in Martinsville, 8th at short tracks, 10th at flat tracks. When you look at average position, he has the 6th best average position in Martinsville, 11th at short tracks, and 11th at flat tracks. I like that at $8,400. That looks like a pretty solid play that no one's going to be on. And he gets more than top six, and ends up getting like a top 5, maybe a top 4. Michael Nett's going to be really valuable on the slate, and not a lot of people are going to play him. So I do like him. Riley Herbst needs a top 5 to pay off that salary. I'm not going to do that. Riley Herbst just isn't good, man. He's just not really a good driver. He's too expensive here, starting 7th. I'm going to avoid that. Josh Berry needs a top 16 to pay off that salary. $8,000 starting 29th. I do like Josh Berry, although for the way I was building lineups earlier, I had to opt to not play Josh Berry at all, actually, which is kind of scary, because I think Josh Berry is a really good play. He's in a Junior Motorsports car starting 29th. Offers us a lot of place differential. It's just the way I was building lineups today, I was trying to get more of these guys in the upper price range, like Allmendinger, Cindric, Gregson, Gibbs, not Allgaier, Brandon Jones, Harrison Burton. I was trying to get a lot of those guys, like 2 to 3, mostly 3. I was trying to get 3 guys in a lineup up there, and I would just, not allow me to really get Josh Berry at all. So I don't really want to get him. I do like Josh Berry, but just the way I was building lineups today, I just wasn't getting to him. But I do understand if you want to play Josh Berry. He looks like a really good play. He's in a Junior Motorsports car. Only needs a top 16 to pay off that salary. He should definitely get a top 16, assuming he doesn't wreck today. So I do like Josh Berry as a play. Jeb Burton, my original video, I wasn't too high on him, but I've come around on Jeb Burton. He needs only a top 9 to pay off that salary. He's been really fast this year. 4th best average finish in Martinsville, 11th at short tracks, 6th at flat tracks. The Kaulig cars have been really fast. I don't expect that to change at all. So Jeb Burton, I'm definitely going to be interested in for sure today. He's definitely someone I want to key in on as a tournament, and maybe a cash play. I think he'll get some ownership. He's just way too cheap. We've seen Jeb Burton in this price range all year long, but usually starting like in the top 6. Now he's starting 13th, so I think this is a good play. Myatt Snyder starts 9th. He needs a top 7 to pay off that salary. Personally, I don't see it, so I'm probably just going to avoid that. I don't really have a lot of interest in Myatt Snyder. Brandon Godovich is someone I really like today. In fact, he's one of my highest owned drivers on the slate today. He needs a top 15 to pay off that salary. He's in that number 26 car for Sam Hunt Racing that we've seen Santino Ferrucci drive this year so far. That's a top 15 car. It's a Toyota. It has backing from Joe Gibbs Racing in the Xfinity series. I have more faith in Brandon Godovich than I did in Santino Ferrucci, to be honest. So starting 25th, I think he should be able to get top 15 and maybe contend for a top 10. There's some wrecks, which is Martinsville, so there will probably be some wrecks. Finesse God says, what are the top 3 pay-up options? I would say, honestly, the top 3 guys. Allmendinger, Cindric. Maybe not Cindric. Allmendinger, Gregson, and I think Ty Gibbs. I prefer Gibbs to Allgaier. I think Gibbs is gonna go under owned, which is surprising. I didn't think he'd be under owned going in, but I haven't seen anyone really talking about him. Like, he's been fast this year. Joe Gibbs Racing's been fast, so I'm gonna say Allmendinger, Gregson, and Ty Gibbs are my 3 favorite. If you're playing cash, I think I'd probably lean more Allgaier because he's probably just gonna be higher owned. But if you're playing tournaments, I would like to get off Allgaier and just go to those other guys. JJ Yeley's up next. He's $7,300 to pay off his salary. JJ Yeley's going to need a top 19. Really like Yeley here. 12th best average finish at Martinsville, 17th at short tracks, and 16th at flat tracks. 17th best average position at Martinsville, 19th at short tracks, 19th at flat tracks. Anytime JJ Yeley steps into that number 15 Rick Ware car, he does pretty well. He's starting to get priced up, a good bit, but I still don't have a problem going there. I really do like him here. Obviously, he's not as great of a value as we've seen in the past, but still at the same time, he does look like a pretty good play here. I'm going to have a good bit of JJ Yeley today. Jeremy Clements starts 11th at $7,200. He needs a top 9 to pay off that salary. I think it's possible. I don't think it's likely, so I'm probably just going to avoid that. Brandon Brown. I really like Brandon Brown here. He only needs a top 13 to pay off that salary. 15th best average finish at Martinsville. 9th at short tracks, still, and 11th at flat tracks is really good. He starts 19th. He's $7,000. He should be able to get to top 13 and maybe compete for a top 10. We'll see what happens. Depends on this race. It is Martinsville. There could be a lot of accidents, so there is always that. But yeah, Brandon Brown, he does look like a pretty solid option. It's someone I'm going to want to have. I want to have a good bit of exposure to. Alex LeBay needs a top 15 to pay off that salary. He starts 22nd. I don't think I see that. I don't think no stats really tell me that Alex LeBay is going to get you a top 15 here unless there's a bunch of wrecks. So I'm probably going to avoid him. Landon Castle needs a top 11 to pay off that salary. Again, I don't really see it. Colby Howard, he's going to need a top 16 to pay off that salary. Once again, don't really see it. Now, Howard has these runs every once in a while where he runs well, but for the most part, he doesn't. He's kind of a guy that has a low floor and high ceiling. I don't really hear that a lot. That's kind of a term you hear a lot in NFL and NBA, but in NASCAR, you don't hear low floor, high ceiling. Colby Howard's kind of that. But at 6,600, I'm still gonna probably just want to go other places. Tommy Joe Martins was someone I liked in the original video, but I've kind of fallen off him here. He's a little bit too overpriced. He's a top 14 to pay off that salary. Now, while I think he can hit that, I think that's kind of his ceiling, so I don't really want to pay for that. Jeffrey Earnhardt needs a top 14 as well. I don't see that at all. Ryan Vargas needs a top 23. No. Josh Williams needs a top 14. Now, I do like Josh Williams. I have some exposure in him today. 16th best average finish in Martinsville, 16th at short tracks, 15th at flat tracks. If he can just hang around his position, he's going to be a decent play. Probably want to go there in cash, but definitely an interesting tournament play, and especially if there are some accidents, he could end up benefiting from that and competing for a top 10 at the end of this race. Greg Galding needs a top 26 to pay off this salary. Greg Galding is interesting because, look, Greg Galding's a good driver. He's just in a really crappy car this year in a Jimmy Means car. That car sucks. As you see, his numbers in that car are not good, but I know what Greg Galding can do as a pretty decent driver. I think he can get up inside that top 26. I'm expecting there to be wrecks tonight because, it's Martinsville, night race, Xfinity Series. It's just kind of a crapshoot sometimes. So Greg Galding, I think, could be an interesting play here. I don't have as much Greg Galding as I thought I was going to because I just think that he's going to be highly owned, and some of these other guys down here I think have similar upside to him. But I do think Greg Galding is a pretty decent play. George Gorham, I've just kind of come off of. He's racing for the DGM car, number 9. He's either in 90 or 91. I don't remember which number, but same team. He needs a top 25 to pay it off. I just don't see it. That's just not something I really want to bank my money on. Same thing here with David Starr getting a top 24. It's just when you have guys priced down a little bit farther that I just kind of like a little bit more, I'm probably going to go off of him for a value. Joe Graff Jr. needs a top 21. I do like Joe Graff still, though. 17th best average finish at Martinsville, 21st at short tracks, 25th at flat tracks, average position 22nd at short tracks, 21st at flat tracks, 22nd at Martinsville, 21st at short tracks, 20th at flat tracks. I think that's a fine play if you want to go to Joe Graff. I do like that. I think he's not going to be owned, and he is cheap, and he can get you some upside, so that's fine. Matt Jaskell needs a top 27 MEM car. I don't see it. Stephen Parsons. I think Stephen Parsons is going to be highly owned, so I'm probably going to go away from him. He needs a top 27 to pay off that salary, and while I do think it's possible, I don't know, man. That BG McLeod car just is not that good. I just don't really see it. That's just not going to be something I really want to get to. Jesse Little needs a top 19. I have more faith in Little getting a top 19 than Parsons getting a top 27. Little's a good driver. Car's not good, but he could totally get there. If you want to play him in tournaments, I think he's fine. Jade Buford needs a top 23 to pay off that salary. I don't really see that. Kyle Weatherman needs a top 24 in a Mike Harmon car. I actually surprisingly have seen a lot of people on Kyle Weatherman this week, which kind of scares me. I'm gonna have very small ownership in tournaments here, but still, I just like chalk Kyle Weatherman just does not sound good. Like it's Kyle Weatherman. You know you're getting a lot of people playing him. I'm gonna avoid him. I'd much rather play Blaine Perkins here, and I'd much rather play Perkins, Hill, and Curry to be honest than Kyle Weatherman. Perkins is in the Hour Motorsports car. That's much better equipment. He needs a top 24 to pay off that salary. Now I'm not gonna sit here and tell you Blaine Perkins is some fantastic driver, but that car is way better. He can get you a top 24, maybe compete for a top 20 through some wrecks. So at $4,800, I'd much rather pay for the better equipment. And then on the other side of that, on the other side of the equipment, you have the driver talent. Timmy Hill's that talented driver, starts 20th, needs only a top 19 to pay off that salary, which is kind of just where he's been running around all year long. So I don't have a problem there. I'm actually going to have a lot of Timmy Hill. He's definitely scarier, has a much lower floor, but I'm going to play Timmy Hill for sure. Matt Mills, he's a top 27. I don't see that. And then Bailey Curry, who's the other Mike Harmon car, I'd much rather play than Weatherman. He starts 26. He needs a top 22 to pay off that salary. Curry's much better talent-wise, in my opinion, than this car that he's in. So I'm definitely going to be pretty interested in Bailey Curry as a pretty deep punt value play. So these deep punts, which I'm actually probably playing a good bit of them today, like I just don't understand why people are playing Weatherman. I'm going to go Perkins, Hill, and Curry as my main guys. So that's pretty much all I got to go on that rundown. I got some viewers in here. Make sure to ask me some questions before we get out of here. So yeah, any of you guys have any questions, let me know, and I will answer them real quickly for you. Put them in the chat. I will answer them. And of course, if you don't want to ask me here, you can follow me on Twitter at @NateLane_. I will answer them as well. All right, let's go check Twitter, see if anyone's sent to the back. Any questions? Anyone got any questions? I also wonder if it's going to rain tonight. That's the other thing. I haven't even looked at that. I'm in Virginia right now. I'm literally an hour and a half from this track. Let's see. If it rains, that sucks. That really, really sucks. We do not want to see any rain tonight in this race. Any questions? Martinsville, Virginia. Oh. Crap, that's not good. It's raining now. 90% chance of rain at 6, 50% at 7. Well, we may not be racing tonight, fellas. That's great. That is just not great. I guess I was looking forward to watching a NASCAR race tonight. I guess I will not be doing that. That is not fun. Let's see what Bob's tweeting. Bob Pockris says, some drops have fallen at the track, but nothing big. The way the rain cells are building / dissipating an area, it just looks like could be hit or miss. We'll see it. We'll just see if anything builds throughout the night. Man, I mean, Martinsville night race is fun. I really hope we race this race. For tournaments, would you pick Gregson or Allgaier? Gregson. Allgaier's going to be way higher owned, so I'm going to go Gregson all day on that one. Finesse God says, Gibbs, AJ, and Burton a good top 3 or someone inside of Burton. No, I actually like Harrison Burton a lot. I mean, he's going to be popular too, but, I mean, he's been, like, the whole JGR team's been fast all year, and this is a track Burton succeeds at, a type of track Burton succeeds at, so I like that. I think that's actually a really good top 3. I like that as a core when you're, if you're paying up for guys tonight. If you're playing, top end guys and really cheap guys, I like those as the top 3 drivers a good bit. So yeah, Gibbs, AJ, and Burton, and not a lot of people are gonna play him. For every reason, people are not on Ty Gibbs today. I mean, I just don't understand that. Like the guy has literally been in. I mean, he's got to be next up, man. I mean, well, obviously it's his 3rd race, so we'll see what happens. But he's looked good, man. I'm gonna keep wanting to go there. And AJ Allmendinger. I think AJ or Burton wins today. To be honest, one of those 2 wins this race. So yeah, any other questions? Is Gibbs a must play? No, he's not a must play at all. I don't. He's expensive. It's not a few. The last two races where he's been way too cheap to play him. He's 10,500. I don't think he's a must play. I don't think he's even a good cash play. But in tournaments, I like Gibbs. He has upside to lead laps and win this race, and that's what you're looking for. Like, I think Ty Gibbs more than likely wins over Daniel Hemrick. I think he more than likely wins than Brandon Jones. I think he more than likely wins over Sieg, Brett Moffitt, Haley, like all those guys. I would probably take Allmendinger, Cindric, Gregson, Allgaier over him, but then it's kind of Ty Gibbs or I guess Byrne over him too. Like, it's not a must play, but I do think he is a good tournament play that's probably going a little bit overlooked this week for this race tonight, I guess. Hope they race today. I've done NBA DFS. Hate that. Yeah. This has actually been I play NBA every night, and this has been a rough week for NBA. I'm not going to lie. The whole Bucks crap last night, that was unfortunate, man. That was really tough. I mean, Middleton and Drew Holiday busted, and that sucked. So, last question, best driver under $5,500. Let's go check it out real quick. No. Timmy Hill. I mean, like, best talent driver, Timmy Hill, but probably best play, I'd say Blaine Perkins is probably the best play. So, I'd probably go Perkins, but Timmy Hill's good as well. I like him a lot. Any other questions? Any other questions we got in here before I head out and go enjoy my Saturday or Friday night? Hope all of you enjoy your Friday night as well. That is, great. Best cheap cash plays? Cheap cash plays for cash here, huh? I think Greg Galding's a good cash play. I think a lot of people are going to play him in there, so that's probably a good one to go to. And then probably Blaine Perkins. Those would probably be the two cheap guys in cash I go to. And I mean, I don't know if you really consider Brandon Brown a cheap cash play. He's $7,000, but I like him a lot for cash as well. Make sure to leave a like before you head out, by the way. Really helps me out a lot. Gets these videos out there more. That's the goal. Any other questions? I know the Masters are going on, but come on. This race is better than that, right? I mean, not really. It's a freaking Masters. Thanks for helping, man. Good luck. I hope you race. Yeah, thanks for watching, man. Good luck to you as well. I really hope you race also. Otherwise, this will probably be on Sunday. So that was fun. Any other questions in here before we head out? Burton or Jones? Straight up Burton. Oh, actually, wait. Oh, that's tough. That is tough. It depends how you're building. I know you said straight up, but I'm gonna say it. It depends how you're building your lineup. If you're building your lineup based around other dominators, like if you're playing, one or two of Allmendinger, Cindric, Gregson, Allgaier in that lineup already, then Jones. But if you're not, then Burton. Oh, that's tough. I think from a more than likely points based, Brandon Jones. If you're playing cash, Brandon Jones. If you're playing tournaments, Harrison Burton. That's where I'm gonna go with that. Tournaments, Burton, cash, Jones. Because I think Burton has like 100-point upside on this. Like, that's crazy to say, but 100-point upside Harrison Burton has in this race. I don't think Brandon Jones has that. Both LO. Yeah, exactly. Those are two good plays tonight. Those are two very, very good plays tonight in this race. I really like the whole JGR team as a whole. I mean, other than Hemrick, I like Gibbs, Burton, and Jones a lot. So that was a tough question to answer. I'm not gonna lie. Make sure to leave that like, of course, and be sure to tune in tomorrow. Cup Series live stream. That's gonna. I'm saying it now. 12:30 is when the live stream for the Cup Series will go live. We'll talk about that. Answer questions for that race as well. So yeah. Chris Palmer, Dinger, 8, Harrison Burton, Haley, Jones, Hill, and Parsons in cash. No, I probably want to go Justin Haley in cash. I would avoid that. I don't think he's a good cash play. I like him in tournaments, but probably would not go there in cash. But the rest I do like. I like Dinger, I like Burton, I like Parsons, I like Jones. Timmy Hill, to be honest, in cash, Timmy Hill scares me in cash. I'd probably rather go either Weatherman or Blaine Perkins in cash. I'm honestly just assuming you can probably get up to there. The rest of them look good, though. Grab a drink real quick. Any other questions? I really hope we race, man. I'm kind of not gonna lie. I was kind of looking forward to this all day. Gonna watch the Masters all day. Then I was gonna turn on NASCAR at the end of the night, and the same thing tomorrow. I'm pretty sure tomorrow they're not gonna race, so screw this. I wanted to go to the race tomorrow, but then rain came in. I was just like, I'm not even gonna buy tickets at this point. That'd been kind of hyped to go watch Martinsville night race. I think that'd be a fun time. But what you gonna do? Hopefully we'll get to go to the Charlotte races this year. Any other questions before I head out? I'll give it like 2 more minutes. I don't really get anything else. I'm probably gonna head out. As always, if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can always do that, and you'll get more. You can ask me questions over there as well. I'm always gonna answer them for you. I'll post the link in the chat right now. Here's my Twitter. Top 3 below 6K guys. Give me 1 second. There's my Twitter. Oh, that's not the right link, is it? No, I'm an idiot. Hold on. I can't believe I just did that. There you go. There's the right Twitter. Let's just delete this. There's the right Twitter. If you want to follow me over there and you have any other last minute questions, you can always go over there and ask me. Top 3 below 6K guys. Top 3 below 6K guys. Top 3? I'm Blaine Perkins, Timmy Hill. Okay. I'm gonna set this from tournaments and cash. From a cash build, number 1's Greg Galding. 2 is Parsons, and 3 is Weatherman. That's my cash. From a tournament build, I like Perkins, I like Hill, and I like Curry. It's completely different. Depends on how you're playing. If you're playing tournaments, Perkins, Hill, Curry. Those are my 3 favorites. It allows you to pay up for more of those guys who can get Dominator points. And I like that. I like that build more. Anyway, I like going to the Dominator way more. So that's how I've had a lot. To be honest, Martinsville's kind of been one of my most successful tracks in NASCAR DFS. I've had a lot of success here, and it's always been because I build my lineup straight up stars and scrubs. I build 3 guys that have potential lead laps, and 3 guys that are pretty cheap that have like kind of higher finishing potential. So that's kind of how I like to do it at Martinsville. So yeah. Any other questions? Any other questions on this great Friday night? You guys want to see who? I didn't even go over this. Who my guy Bob picked to win? I saw it earlier. I'm pretty sure he picked Harrison Burton. Hold on. Let's go look real quick. I can find it. I'll scroll down a little bit on the Twitter. Okay. How far down is this? I mean, I guess I did do all my research at like 8 a.m. today, so. And I saw it. Okay. Bob Hocker's picks for the Xfinity Series race today. If you want to bet money on it, go for it. Harrison Burton, Jeb Burton, the Burton Bros, Allgaier, Gregson, Herbst. Are you putting 1K down on Parsons to win? Of course, Cam. South Lake strong, bro. We gotta rep the high school. Come on now. $1,000 on Stephen Parsons. Honestly, I don't even think he had odds on Draftkings today. I was looking at odds for it. Here, actually, hold on. Let me go see. I'm pretty sure Stephen Parsons had no odds on DraftKings to win this race. Where is he? Yeah, that's my putting in there as a data point. Stephen Parsons doesn't even have an odds to win this race, so can't even do it, man. Can't even do it. Hey, he's about to win big on the Masters, though, from JT. I really think he has a chance if the first 20 wreck out. Yeah, bro, if Allmendinger, Cindric, Gregson, Hemrick, Gibbs, Allgaier, Jones, if all those guys wreck, I mean, man, he might have a real chance to win this race, and someone's going to make a lot of money off of that tonight. Won't be me. I'll take the L. Alright, I think I'm going to head out. Been a good little Mac Jones is trash. No, yeah. What's up, Ethan? This is my guy who we always talk about, Justin Fields, on Twitter. Of course, Mac Jones is garbage. I mean, he's not garbage. I actually like Mac Jones, but there's no way the 49ers just traded all the way up to 3 to take Mac Jones over Justin Fields. What a mistake. What a mistake. I wish the Panthers would have taken him, but instead they got freaking Sam Darnold, so that's frustrating. Yeah, I can go on a rant about Justin Fields versus Mac Jones all day. Not gonna do this. NASCAR stream. Alright guys, thanks for a good live stream. Probably gonna head on out now. Go watch some rest of the Masters. But yeah, that's really it. Have a great rest of your night. Hopefully you make some money tonight. Be back tomorrow about 12:30 to 12:30 Eastern to discuss the Cup Series race. Hopefully we're gonna race tonight too. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Have a good one. And good luck tonight. Or Monday if the race happens on Monday.